the Indian. And ladies and gentlemen, last I left off, and not to bore everyone to death, I went back in with a little bit of black and touched up a few little areas that I got blue on, basically. Touched up a few little areas of silver. So my next thing I got to do is paint the tires, which is going to be a tire black. Ammo Mig's got some paint like that, and I haven't dug it out yet. I've already got, if you can see, well, let's see. I've already got 20 bottles of paint on the table, which that's another topic, because when I start painting, it's just like rabbits. They just multiply. So anyway, got the black touched up, got the silver touched up. I want to paint the tires next. Then I want to gloss coat basically the blue parts of the motorcycle so I can do decals. And then pretty much going to have a little bit of a wash in here just to make the details pop. Basically a black wash, and then after that I'm going to put it's not going to be a whole lot of weathering at all, just a little bit of I want to say a little bit of dust around here, just to make it look realistic. That's where I am on the Indian. Floyd, and I want to say this, there's not a right or wrong way to paint it. I've bought all the books, I've watched videos, I've asked people to even show me how to paint miniatures. If you ever see the miniatures where they do I mean, they even paint the folds and everything. I do that to a point. I have 3 ways to do it, and I'll do that on the face if I can show you real quick. If you can see it now, this is 35th scale. See if I can get that. 3 ways to do it. One is a shadow, medium shadow, and highlight. And that's the best way I can explain it. So what I do on the figure is I take a wash, and I like to use a red-brown. You can use a wash already made, or you can take basically red-brown paint and thin it down and make a wash. And I do a red-brown wash on the entire face, and that's you can see where around the hairline, darker around the neck, here around the eyes, and that blends. I think that gives an excellent shadow. Now, before I do that though, your mouth and your eyes, I'll put that in first, and then put the wash in. And I don't use straight white. I use pretty much a light skin tone. And I think I think blends in extremely well. So I'll put that in. They say if you want to put the whites of the eyes, you can turn the figure upside down and do it that way. It's supposed to trick your eyes into getting them straight. And it works. Sometimes it does, sometimes it don't. It just depends on the subject, I guess. So get the whites, teeth, mouth. Somebody's mouth you can do a little bit of red, a little bit of white, get a little pink in there. And I'll do the wash, and then I'll take pretty much a medium, like a warm skin tone, very lightly and almost kind of wet. I'll put the medium on the cheeks and the head and everything, and then basically you're doing 2 things. You're putting down the color, and then you want to do it in layers and blending. That's the 2 major things. So what I'll do is take the skin tone, put it on, and then basically get a blending brush and very lightly. You're almost dry brushing, best way I can explain it. Dry brush the medium in, and you're just building up layers. So you already got the red brown, you already got like a medium tan, and then the third part. Again, I go back to the light skin tone for the teeth, the eyes, and everything. Maybe a drop of white. Again, if you can see it on the forehead and the nose there, just highlights, right through here, the nose, and again, basically want to put the highlights on and then just start blending it in, and then that's how I do figures. So I got Floyd mostly painted here. I just got to finish up his hair, eyes. Again, that's 35th scale, so you're seeing him at 35 feet away, so you're not going to see a whole lot of him. And again, that's my style of painting figures. Did get the eyebrows on. Hopefully you can maybe see that. Maybe. Eyebrows. Got his teeth, you know, just almost done with his skin tones there. But anyway, that's the way I do painting faces. Basically, 3 steps. You know, dark, medium, light, and then 2 steps is you know, blending and layers and blending. That's basically, and you can do that with acrylics. You can do that with I'm gonna say enamels, like they used to do that old school days, and oils, same way. But that's just the way I do it. You know, I just find it easier on myself. So I started working on that little face with the helmet. You probably can't. Doing the same thing again, putting in you know, layers and then blending in as well. So hopefully I get the skin done, and then I can work on his goggles, get his get my good old shaky hand, you know, get the strap on. But anyway, that's where I am on Floyd. So a little more on that this upcoming week. The Type 94, I gotta tell you, this is one of them kits that it really goes together really well. And I mean, it's quick too. Just one thing, you start gluing, cutting and gluing, and I already got all the boring road wheels done. And I don't like to really show all that because that is boring, putting tank road wheels on. But anyway, they do roll, which I, you know, not a big fan. It does have suspension too. I mean, it's, if you can see it moving, that crazy. Anyway, it works on both sides. I want to, once I get the track on, I want to see how it fits and everything, because if you look, you know, it does have rubber track, don't have individual. Well, speaking of that, since I'm here, they taped out the sprue with the individual track links, because they give you 2 rubber track links, which I like them better. I don't think I could. I don't know if I would have bought this kit if I had to do the individual track links. I might have. I don't know. But anyway, I want to see how the tracks work, and then if they don't sag enough to my liking, I'll glue everything and then glue the track on. But anyway, that's where I am on the Type 94. But anyway, that's what I got going on today. A very quick update. Type 94 taking shape, and Floyd here. And I probably forgot to mention, I started painting on his trousers. Again, I like to put the base coat down. I really don't paint the folds. I know a lot of miniature figures like to paint the shadows of the folds, like the pants and the shirt. I like to put a dark base coat and then build up to the base coat that I like, that's like a medium brown. So dark brown, and then just keep building up layers on the folds and everything, because eventually you'll get the folds on the inside, the darker color, and the highlights on the upper folds. But anyway, that's where I am on him. So that's what I got going on today. So stay tuned for next exciting episode.